Hello, my friend. How are you? May this message find you exactly when and where it needs to find you. Keep in mind these readings are well, they're priceless too, but they're timeless. So whenever you're watching them, it's perfect, it's great. And also keep in mind that these are more than readings, they're actually transmissions of energy. So we're moving energy, being a an energy worker, I move energy to where it needs to go. So just so you know, we're moving energy here. So if that's not for you, then I'm not for you. I'm probably not going to be your reader. But if that is something that you like, then let's do this thing. So I'm already connected with someone who I feel like you might identify with a lot of different labels, right? Everything and none. But so you might identify with being a creator. Well, you also identify with being a destroyer because you understand like there are all those things. You're going to see what I mean. Anyways, so we have a lot of, I was pulling from the Archetypes deck, and I really love this deck because I was like, okay, what are the archetypes? 4 archetypes fell out together, and these archetypes actually go in progression, right? So we start at 20 and we end at 23. We have 20, 21, 22, 23. So it's very interesting. And then I pulled from another deck and 4 cards, and like they were just like each of the cards went on top of one of the other cards. It's a very interesting reading. It's going to be fun trying to articulate and translate all of this stuff. But I'm hearing to start at 20, even though it's in the future position, in the last position that I would read, I'm actually hearing to take 20 first. So I'm just going to go with spirit. I have no idea what's going on. I'm going to come back to these. Let's see, 20. Where were we? Okay, here we are. 20. The Pilgrim. For the pilgrim, an outward journey is always an inward journey. This archetypal wanderer seeks wisdom, experience, and meaning in the farthest reaches of the globe and the deepest regions of the spirit. Others will wonder with when the pilgrim will settle down and claim a more conventional life, but the pilgrim knows that the heart belongs in motion. Where there's motion, there's freedom, expansion, and growth. Responsibilities, social conventions, and logistics will lull us to sleep, and soon the pilgrim becomes veiled in the slumber of the day-to-day. Yet when this archetype awakens, it rallies our sense of adventure and leads us out the door toward a new reality. With the pilgrim at your side, you will never look back. You will never lack courage, nor do you need every amenity. Travel light, travel soon. Your spirit needs it. Okay. So there's a lot going on in this card. Do you see it? Oh my God, there's so many colors. This actually says pioneer. I don't know if there's an actual like pioneer archetype card in this deck. I haven't gone through the whole deck. But this says to me pioneering energy. I'm going to go to the things. We gotta go. We gotta stay in motion. It also feels a bit like Aries energy. This energy this rush of energy that comes in to kind of blast us into taking radical action in a new direction, a new trajectory. There was something else that came here too that I was like, travel. It feels like travel is also very, very in the forefront here, so that may resonate. You may need to travel. You may be thinking about traveling. But there is your confirmation of like travel, light travel soon. Your spirit actually needs it. The other, let's see. It feels like I might be reading, whoever I'm reading for, you might be feeling or seeing like a vision of like, "Ah, I'd like to do this with my life." And maybe it's not so much a vision as a feeling. I like that the feeling is the vision. Take it how it resonates. But in any case, that there's this vision of like a bigger vision. Maybe I don't quite have all of the pieces laid out, but there is this bigger vision that this archetype is calling you into. Okay, this is the archetype that's calling you to take new radical action, to create a new timeline of success, is what I'm hearing. A new trajectory of success, a new life. Okay, and that is going to bring about closure of the old life, of the old stories, also identity. You can't go back. You can't go back, right? This door is closed. You need closure. So the pilgrim, paradoxically, in its Aries energy of like, let's go do the things, let's go to an adventure and have have this spontaneous journey that is calling my spirit. The paradox is that other things must also close. You must also close a door. As you open a new door, you got to close this other door because the stuff there behind that door can't go with you. Okay. So it's very interesting. It's very interesting. Take it how it resonates though. So next we're going to go to 21 is actually the mystic, right? The mystic. So we got like butterfly energy. This is saying, oh my God, there's so much imagery here. Wow. Well, the mystic isn't afraid to be with darkness, isn't afraid to sit with darkness. So, if you are here, my friend, the mystic, this archetype is here to show you, to help you understand. Because the mystic, while most people are like really afraid or there's fear around the darkness, the mystic is like, "Well, that's my friend. Like, I'll just go right up to it and be like, all right, like, what are you telling me right now? Oh, okay. And then what? It treats it as a friend. It treats it as this, um, like a source of information because it is, right? There's nothing terrifying to it to a mystic. So the mystic, on one hand, might be coming to you, this archetype might be coming to you to show you, like, hey, you need to take a look at your darkness. You need to take a look at the shadow. There's really nothing to be afraid of there. However, it might not all be sunshine and rainbows, and it might be uncomfortable, but there's nothing to be afraid of there. There's only transformation, transmutation. There's alchemy in allowing the darkness to show you, what it needs to show you, right? The mystic is often misunderstood in our culture, depicted as as a wandering or light-hearted daydreamer. Yet, like Shiva, the true mystic plays a critical role in society, remaining fearlessly dedicated to the path of transformation. In order to save the earth from darkness, Shiva swallows the poison of the world and holds it in his throat, slowly transmuting the liquid into nectar. This is the work of the mystic. They do not fear darkness, but rather sit in the presence of it, harness the potential and latent energy behind it, and embed it with light. They are patient and prudent change makers, seeking growth above all else. Unanswerable questions are the mystic's lifeblood. The mystic revels in mystery, in the great riddle of life, dancing with the forces of light and dark upon its wings. So you might be someone that's like this. Like I said, you might either be someone that, like the mystic, this archetype is coming forth and saying, hey, gotta look at the shadow. Or you might actually, what I'm thinking, what I'm feeling is more aligned, is you are the mystic, you know this, and you have no issues with sitting with the darkness. You know how to sit with it, like harness the power, the energy inside it, embed it with light, transmute the fuck out of it. This is magician energy. This is alchemy energy. Okay. The message coming in with this is a confirmation of, like, you are the mystic. You have to remember this. This is part of your magic. I'm hearing, this is part of your ability, your biological ability to transmute energy into higher forms of energy or into miracles or into, you are the magician. This is a confirmation. You're the magician. Okay. And with the magician manipulates energy. Right? The magician manipulates. That's all you're doing. You're just learning how to take bits of the darkness. Oh, look at this. Oh, when I look at it this way, look what I learn. But when I look at it this way, look what I learn. Right? Look at this. I'm transmuting it. Right? Just transmuting it, manipulating it. Okay? The thing is here, there is something here that says be mindful that you are manipulating energy. You got to understand that. This is a sacred teaching, yes, but it's also a sacred responsibility to understand that you're manipulating energy and that you're manipulating energy. And there are laws to be mindful of, like, right? Like the spiritual laws, the unbreakable laws. I'm not talking about laws that we make here on earth. Those are breakable laws. I'm talking about unbreakable laws that you cannot break no matter what, right? There's something to be mindful here about the laws of the universe and abiding by them. Okay? You're manipulating energy. Yes, you're the creator, you're the alchemist, you're the magician. Yes. That also comes with sacred responsibility. Okay? In that power, in wielding that power. Okay? With great power comes great responsibility. 2021, where's 22? 22 is the creator. I mean, this says a lot, right? We got integration happening. This says to me you're integrating the codes of being the creator, of remembering your creatorhood, your creatorship, being the creator. Now, yes, this can be in very, what do you call it? Blatant, like obvious terms, blatantly obvious terms of, like, we got someone holding a paintbrush, like painting, creating, right? But what I'm feeling is someone coming into their creatorship. Like, I create abracadabra. I create as I speak. I create my world. What do I want to create? What do I want to create here? What do I want to create? The Pilgrim, right? What do I want to create? What new thing is calling me to create it? This is also saying co-creating with Source, the Creator. 15:15 on the clock when I said that. Co-creating with the Creator. You are in divine co-creation with Source, with God, with the universe, with the field, with the quantum field, whatever you want to call it. Are you being a conscious creator? Are you actually being the creator? Are you transmuting the energy? Are you working with the energy responsibly, I might add, right? In what new ways are you called to create? Because this says to me, living life in color. In living color. For those of you who remember that show, you know what I'm talking about. This says living life in color, right? As opposed to it being dull and lifeless and being listless and bored, right? This says, what new thing do I want to create? What am I feeling so just within the deepest soul of my souls do I feel called to create that gives me purpose, that brings me joy, that's delicious? Look at those colors, how vibrant they are. What are you creating? Okay. This, how funny. This comes with a warning. Here's the thing. Look at these. Look at these side by side, because this is the card that came on top of this card. Just want you to look at this card. Do you see there's something going on here that there is the same shape? There's like the same shaping going on here. And like this outer shape. So to me, this almost reads as devil energy to me, right? You know how they say the devil is in the details? So is God. God is in the details. Okay. All right. So this is reminding me, this is coming to me as like the devil card in the tarot for whatever reason. It's in the details. The devil is in the details, but so is God. God is in the details. All right. What details are you adding to the story, to the picture, to your life? What details need to go? What details need to stay? Okay? Because you're creating this whole beautiful picture, but if you got some of this in here, you know, the color palette's off, other than the black, right? The black is all around, but that's the void. That doesn't mean that doesn't mean they don't go together. You can say these are opposites, right? I would also encourage you to think of them as synergists. They progress one another. Okay? But with this, it's like, what details? It's almost like, where's the devil? Well, where's God? Where's the devil? Where's God? Where's the devil? It's a very interesting paradox that's happening right here. Let me yes, we say the devil is in the details or God is in the details. It's really in what details in the story of your life, what details need to shift in order to create this rainbow, this beautiful, vivid picture, the vision that you're looking to create. What details are needed? What details need to be filled in? Okay? This isn't really about like This isn't really about like God and the devil, although I mean you can make it about that all day long if you want to. This is not what we're talking about here in this reading though. We're talking about what details need to shift in order to bring about the greatest vision, the greatest manifestation for you. And honestly, it feels like God is one of those details. You need to start co-creating with God. You need to start consciously co-creating with God. And if you're already doing that, keep doing it. If you're not doing that yet, it's time. It might be time to start a relationship with God. And hey, Source, what's up? How you doing? Invite Source into your life. Talk to Source all the time. You know, it just feels like there is an invitation to understand that God is in the details and God can help you fill in the details. Okay? There's something in there. Take it as it resonates. There's a key in there for each of you. And that's for you. Okay? Lastly, we have 23, the destroyer. How funny, huh? We have the creator and then the destroyer right after it. All in succession or progression. The destroyer, the final of the three archetypes in the trio of existence, has necessary yet painful work to do in the world. Culturally, we have an aversion to endings, and we hang on to permanence as a signifier of success. Yet the destroyer pulls the rug out from underneath relationships, jobs, homes, and all forms of security. It's the part of us that wants things to end. Its painful orientation is to uncover our true purpose. The destroyer does not let us linger long in comforts, as it knows not much happens in that realm. With its piercing eyes, it seeks out stagnancy from a distance, and the rest becomes history. In the old myths, this is the moment when heads begins to roll, the ground opens up, and castles crumble. Hold on for the ride, the destroyer has arrived. And this is funny because over on the Pilgrim, who wants to start is closure, right? The destroyer is bringing out necessary ends. And it's funny that the Pilgrim has closure. When like you would think the destroyer would be closure, but I try to put it on that. And it's like, no, that's not to go there. The card that comes with this is feeling lost. And I just did a reading about this. If you're feeling lost, I'll link it in the description box. I'll try to remember to link it in the description below. But this is about, oh, feeling lost, feeling lost. Okay, guess what? Guess what comes in? The destroyer comes in and brings about it brings about the end to feeling lost. No, because if here's the thing, getting lost to find yourself is one thing. If you got lost and then you stayed lost, then you're in stagnancy. Yeah. So if you are feeling like you're lost and you're in this energy, there is an ending coming to that very soon. Okay. That stagnancy of feeling lost, that wasn't meant to just stay there and loom over you for the rest of your life. It's meant to actually move into the next iteration, which is a new journey. Okay? New energy, closure to the old, and a new journey. Okay? So there's a little something here for everyone. Honestly, I'll be honest with you. This is a little confusing for me. So I'm like wondering, are you one person? Is this for a bunch of people? I am not sure. Please let me know in the comments down below because I'm like, what is all of this fucking shenanigans? This is crazy. Um, but let me know how it resonates for you in the comments down below. I am feeling, let's see. Since I already have this deck, I'm feeling like one more card. Oh, Jesus. We actually got two of them. Although a bunch of the deck just fell all over. Okay. We got the pause is the shift. Okay, so if you feel like you're kind of at a pause, a standstill, right? Feeling lost, right? The destroyer's going to come in. Like the pause is the shift. We have to remember that sometimes we feel like, oh, we might feel stagnant, but sometimes that it's not actually stagnancy, it's a shifting. And sometimes and it's not until we come out of it that we realize, oh, that was just like a little brief pause. Okay. So remember, pause is the shift. Also the spirit of love. This is very interesting. I'm hearing to read this. Don't search for true love, for it will find you if you just hold on to who you are. The world already loves your essence, so don't change it for anyone. This feels like it goes in the middle. Like the pause is the shift. Both of these feel like they go in the middle of the reading. So you might be in a bit of a void, a bit of a, you might think you're stagnant. It's not stagnant. There's very subtle different things. Keep on doing your work. There is a closure. There is closure coming soon. If you're feeling lost, that's coming to an end soon. Remember, God is in the details. And you are the mystic. You are the alchemist. Keep working with the energy. Okay? Remember, you are the one manipulating the energy. Yes, do it responsibly. 27 on the clock as I said that. But also remember, you're the mystic. You're can move all of this. You're not controlling it. You're co-creating a new start. Okay? You're co-creating a new beginning. This is amazing. It just feels like it doesn't quite look like what you would want. And that's okay. Sometimes that's part of the initiation of acceptance of like things might come in a certain way and you're like, you just have to learn how to move or what do they say? Play the hands you're dealt. That's basically what's coming in through with all of this. Things are clearing up though. You're just in a bit of a pause. This isn't a complete stagnant thing. This is more of, okay, you might feel like you're in between timelines. It's because you're still in this transition. Keep working with the energy. Whatever energy comes up, this is from a master alchemist. Keep working with the energy. Whatever energy comes up, work with it, right? Whatever energy comes up, work with it. Whatever energy comes up, work with it. Because you're the mystic, you're the alchemist. Okay? Always hold a vision of who you are or who you want to be within yourself. Again, I'm feeling to show this. Do not lose who you are. Do not give up who you are. not for a relationship, a person, a place, a thing, a job, a career. Don't sell your soul. Don't. Well, another archetype is the prostitute. Prostitute is all about like selling out, right? It's not what you would think it would be about. It's not that. It's about selling out. Don't sell out. We need you as you are in your weird light. However weirdly you shine, it's beautiful, it's brilliant, it's fucking magnificent, and it's exactly what the world needs. Don't give it up for nothing. No one. No deal is that good. If you know, you know. I'm hearing to leave it there. That's where I'm hearing to leave it. Okay. Let me know in the comments if any of this resonates, and feel free to like, share, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.